Now, Mahmoud Bawumia make a statement me. And before we speak on that statement, as I said, the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, and the Okasa a year UN General Assembly meeting. And Okansembe Bria, I think I'm going to play a few of his statements, you know. Now me jujum. We are na Bawumia aka statement be na ma correct Bawumia because Bawumia no oye trufo into oman too much room ana oman too much chain one hwa wati chain no ko into right now no ye chain at 29 but still or pressure of free chain nim into me ba be bojo Mahama nsem bi o kan o UN in there na me nya abotre dwudwum magana for ehu the president ne kan ye we are na ma react to Bawumia insema waka. This is the president of the republic oka kasebi efa eye Palestinian for any Jew for ana Israel for ne ntokwa na omokono and yehu aman for ana aman penifo bebria omko UN they were running away from the subject. John Mahama basically today spoke on the issue and was concerned about the humanitarian part of it. Ono bebiana okasa free no and answer the point no eye emma en Kwara sebio omo both side especially omo more Palestine ye ku omo e wo say you make sure say sebio ebi mo ha omo nka kono ho. Inti aman penifo mo wiase nyina they need to understand say it's about time we call a spade a spade. Na yenka no kure no na sebio omo ayeku mo Palestinian fo kuro nim no omo nso no ye nyina yakasa ama emma enkwara ene sebio embrewa omo nka okuo no ho no so omo ho ato omo we John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana.
The denial of visas to President Abbas and the Palestinian delegation sets a bad precedent and should be deeply worrying to all member nations of the United Nations. Ghana recognized the state of Palestine in 1988 and supported a two-state solution to the conflict since then. And I say, contrary to the claims of some, a two-state solution would not be a reward for Hamas. It would rather be a reprieve for the hundreds of thousands of innocent women and children and people who are facing collective punishment and forced starvation for no reason other than the fact that they are Palestinian. For nearly 2 years and for the fear of reprisals, we here in this General Assembly have been playing hide and seek with language to find the right words to help us avoid or excuse what we all know is taking place in Gaza. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter what you call it. If it looks like a duck, it swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, well, then it must be a duck. The crimes in Gaza must stop.
President John Dramani Mahama and the Ekasa Ewo UN General Assembly no omani clear actually ewiase impenifo nyina say entokwa ekoso ewo Gaza Palestinian folk room no entokwa bia e wo se nyina kasetia sebio Ghana oman a Palestine folk no yenso yagitum se kuro. Now, see, among penifoni bi, I imagine says, Ebeka Santokwa no wasama. Also making sure say Tokona Mokan wasam no, in Cia, Ebeboa Palestinian for no, and yes, Bia, Omakojina Fabi, na Omoma Palestinian for no, and Echiromo. Or say, dear Yakra woman say, UN, General Assembly, Yeshi, Palestinian for Penini, or da noa, Sebio, also also by America, Ebekana no some any the crew Ekuma, and ye deny any visa went to member Americano, or say, and no crane ya. If you say, Sasemesi, Nasa Afabaku to me Babakana Asem, na Afabaku de, ye deny any penny say Ombra Bekana Asama, not just say, Yen Yanka say UN no, yen to me and dino cre and tray home, yen to me and cano cre and tray home. Or ye nipe bia sebio ojinagana for name Palestinian Korea Krobia sebio nipe omuomuno ehiano enkwara embrewa impenifo any ekrono ankasano ehiano the same as ekrobia ewo asase su bia ehiano inti sa asama ba na se ekro mienu enya entokwa e wo se ye make sure se obi aka na asama yetie se ne be ye nyina betuma atena se na ya pe bebia asem no nokoreda na ya tea de odi bone ene de odi bem. Nanso yeka obi ekasa bo ahye ne yem na yema nipa bi eye o madwene se omo betumi atietia Palestinian for de fan ho de hu a ono de as the president of Ghana no ne ninje ho o ka akire UN for se hu se sebio amotie bi ba hu se ne tiri ho aye hyen hu se ritua na no hu se o fake accent hu se sa nipa no omu nipa hu se sa nipa no oye nipa bi a oye tuturani hu se sa amotie no oye tum So who the Samotia no, Sebio Nekatil Mebutu, se Samotia ni Edipebia, Sebio the Nijisicahon, the Nibji Cronoa, Nasa Huni Yena Oba, or so I do says Samotia no Yakufuado, or say when it walks like a duck, when it swims like a duck, or say Eye Bibi Sana, Nasa who say Eba, or say Bibi Ekachro say, so one Motia no Namsumuba, no Oetia. Unwa motia na se litri hu ehyen unwa motia no na se sebio na ni jisika sam ho sa motia no epewi sa motia ni munipa sa motia no fake accent sa hu sa motia ne ba no wemuna na sebio sa motia no oetia enye obi na so ka kire sa motia ne ekufuado njo se amampanifo ni nyina yentena se na yandwene ma ya adwene nkwa akire hu se sa anamon na UNIT no ya anamon bia Ghana ene ewiasa fa ni nyina etia. Mr. President, Esa Ekasafa eye ebibrim ha anase eye Africa.
It has famously been written that past is prologue. Well, in the past, the majority of the 54 nations that now comprise Africa were never offered a seat at the table where plans for a new world order were being drawn. But, Madam President, as fate would have it, the tables are turning, and Africa's role in the authorship of whatever is yet to come for this world is going to be huge, and it will be consequential. According to this organization's own projections, by the year 2050, more than 25% of the world's population is expected to come from the African continent. Additionally, by 2050, 1/3 of all young people aged between 15 to 24 will be residing on the African continent. So you see, the future of this world is African. Allow me to say this once again a little louder for those of you in the back. The future is African. Already today, Africa is a catalyst for human potential and development, as well as for economic reform and ecological stability. Africa is a catalyst for systemic change. If this reality, which is fact-based and straightforward, seems provocative or unsettling, perhaps it's because you are viewing it through the lens of centuries of filters, colonialism and imperialism, and the resulting implicit bias. Maybe you are unaware of the resilience of African nations or their remarkable ability to make a strong comeback just when you think it's safe to count them out. That is what is happening right now in my own country, Ghana.
Mr. President, take us and I'll say, we share more UN hanging now, but so catch the ewiase, any UN in Penifuna, we shall say, Dachino, on your Bruni, Dachino, on your Chinese knee, Dachino, and your day, Caucasian, or said Dachino, bibini, or free bibi for chrome, or your African, or said Dachina, Yehunwaha, ye tiha. Yes, sir. In some way I was here cano. And this obia etoto de Africa, and I say ebu Africa nimtia. Or say, or share a mebuno, senior omaji penny, say in the years to come, omobe to me adane a wiase, a wiase yina, a babesi a day, a bibrim, and as Africa conhono, or say, or wajidie, na ebeye UN. Any areas in now say in the next year, and I say in fear edi animno, areas in Yababe Jina Africa conho. Na Sebio said Nipebi waha, and a Nipebu Riase, Naso Mubu Africa, Nimtia, and Abumfia, or no John Dramani Mahama, or Kase, the future, and I say Sebio, Dachina de Nimno, so Dachino Shana Busansa Ufri here, or Becca said me a bibrimini, me a Africa ni. If you say, when it comes to a riase in Kabum and Checheria, a day, a abefo, a bruni, a day, science, and a riase the new worlder, or say African a bedianim, if you say, on who, and a woman say, a Africano, bibia and ma a riase biana honey free. Now, or to the num to you and I catch them before we and say, Memma, Omon, you know what that, so Obibu, a day African imtia. And I say obebu Africa de bumfia na mbebunu na omoba no ye mbebunu bia oma sakra oma dwene age pene se omo di ewiase ebesi omo kon ho adane ewiase ma eye ewiase nyina abegina eye Africa so into osaka ye osesa mekan na mo ante a se bia bia mo amu we kiro no mo ante daachi wiase no daachi mpuntuo no ye be frɛ ne se eye den bibrem anase African if you say ono de ogidi na oji Kwame Nkrumah so di na oji eye ebibifo mbeburu di se eye Ghana Africa a ye nyina ye ebibifo no ye de wiase ebesi e kon ho na enche na asɛm a ɔkɛn ɔsɛ debi ɛna yɛde ne boɔ ɛbɛma no John Dramani Mahama ɛsa ka bibi fa ɛyɛ ɔhaw ɛne asoɔhye a Africafoɔ yɛfɛ mu.
We'll continue to welcome foreign investment, but we must negotiate better for a bigger share of the natural resources that belong to us. And we must insist on value addition to these resources. We're tired of the continued image of poverty-stricken, disease-ridden rural communities living at the periphery of huge foreign-controlled natural resource concession areas. We're tired of having people extract the most they can from us and in return offer us the very least by way of respect, consideration, and dignity. We're tired of not being represented in ways that reveal the richness and complexity of our history or acknowledge all that we have overcome to arrive here in this liminal space of untold possibilities.
Ɔse, ɔno deɛ, ɔgyinama ka kyerɛ ewiase nyinaa ɛne mpanyinfoɔ a wɔahyia hɔ sɛ Africa, yɛdeɛ, sɛ wɔyɛ wadwiri sɛ ɔne ɛba bɛdi dwuma a, yɛbie yɛ kwan, yɛbie yɛ pono. Anyone can come and invest in Africa. But also osimu dua say imredu say or say ewiase te ase say wo ba na oni ebedi dwuma yene agudie yene agapade de yete so no e wo say yene ene ye kirew de wo so fa ene de wo say kaye ho o say imredu say ye bema ewiase ate ase say sa eye de edin na wo de atu yeso say ye ho kire e kom da ye so ye de ye yankofo bi a ya pratete ye ni enimonyam no ose saa de no e wo se twam efiri se ewiase nyinaa no e koso nyinaa no e ye gudie ene mfaso a aman a wo wiase enya free Africa na ye sia na ose ye ni Africa so ye beka ye to atwom na emom yanka se ma obi a ne ye mbeye adwuma na wo bo tirim se oni eba ye adwuma a e wo se o te ase se adwuma di a oni ebedi no mfaso kese no e wo se e ka ye ho ose imra na edu se imra duru se eye imbibremfo eba Africa se omo ne ebedi edwa nsawoso a oso omo de hye omo tirim se enya ade a omo ba abenya omo ho adi sebio meka se omo ho adi a ebetwa edi anase omo ebubu ya fa so se ye ne obedi dwuma ye ne obedi dwuma ewa komapam na so ye ne wundi dwuma anase ye ne wo enko eye de adwumadiem abra ye ho be kire ye o se edum pempenso a wo se wiase te ase se Africa na ye ka kire sebio broni ana se ebia abrofo a omadwene am se ye Africa fo bia ye titi nnua so ekom de ye ni bebi te ye ho kire ye ni nsunum no o se saa nyoma no e wo se ende esutwa every say ye ni ebibrimfo de ye wo no abrofo no mu ni bi enti se man amadwene som ne be adwuma monti ase se dwuma dia mu ne ebedi no emu mfaso kase no ye beka ye to atwom ama na kai krum eno na John Dramani Mahama ejina UN General Assembly culture brofo nyina se omofanto omutirim ono de odo obia te se Kwame Nkrumah obia ne obia ndi dwuma mbom nanso mema obi enya na adwene se obetumi etwi obi edi anase obetumi afa kotikwan so afa obi egudie anase age obi nsem sika ana age Africa ni bia di nsem sika o se nyoma asesa John Mahama eka bibi fa eye Ghana oye president sebio ye economy ene se ne nyoma so eko ha ode eye mfato ho ema Africa fo ene ewiase mpanifo nyina hu se so mo pese mo hu se Africa ya ba beduru bebi mpempenso bia ye nyanka se betuma hwe ye ho ye betumi atoto ye nyoma age ye kuresi wo ama sebio ye mbabunu ye mba ene ye mbema enya bebi agina o se obese ewiase te ase se time obeji eye de afena so obedi president of Ghana the second time ya eye the first time no o say eho na wabeji edi say ye Africa for imbibremufo a ye betumi adane ye kra ye betumi asesa ye hyebre o ye betumi a reset eye de Africa no o de Ghana ye mfato ho e no cheche mu kire abrofo no say de wetumi aye de na ban krampo etumi aye in this short 8 months I obedi president senia ahokeka efi ono ane party mu Ghana for mabunu ene Ghana for omagiatum say omo bedi dwuma abo omo man no ene ye sika sam senia na asai tama na MPP wo so a wo motumi ye nyina etumi adane Ghana man no mana begina baby papa ama ende dum so ni ho ene ye sika sam afa ne tuma pefra ene Ghana obi hu se ye nyoma ekoye no o se eno ene hye na rehemu ema ewiase nyina hu se Ghana de yetumi aya and the Africa betuma ye John Dramani Mahama ejina eye UN esa akirekire mu sei.
My new administration settled down quickly and embarked on an ambitious program of comprehensive transformation designed to restructure Ghana's economic foundation and enhance our competitive standing globally. We refer to this process of recalibration as our reset agenda. In just 8 months, we have achieved significant reduction in inflation from 23.8% in December 2024 to 11.5% in August 2025, restoring price stability for our citizens. Additionally, our currency, the Ghana cedi, has appreciated considerably against other currencies, with Bloomberg reporting it as the best performing currency in the world at one point. Our improved sovereign credit rating reflects increasing investor confidence in our economy, and our 24-hour economy initiative promises to transform our economy. And there's a renewed willingness amongst our people to trust that their elected officials have Ghana's interests at heart and that we're progressing together. My new administration settled down quickly and embarked on an ambitious program of comprehensive transformation designed to restructure Ghana's economic foundation and enhance our competitive standing globally. We refer to this process of recalibration as our reset agenda. In just 8 months, we have achieved significant reduction in inflation from 23.8% in December 2024 to 11.5% in August 2025, restoring price stability for our citizens. Additionally, our currency, the Ghana cedi, has appreciated considerably against other currencies, with Bloomberg reporting it as the best performing currency in the world at one point. Our improved sovereign credit rating reflects increasing investor confidence in our economy, and our 24-hour economy initiative promises to transform our economy. And there's a renewed willingness amongst our people to trust that their elected officials have Ghana's interests at heart and that we're progressing together. My new administration settled down quickly.
And okay, say, inti dia watimi aye ene de na ban timi aye ene de Ghana fo aboa no ma etimi adane Ghana hyebre abesi impempensuo bi a ende ewiase afa ne nyina no omohwe esikasam ye man totoye ye gidie ene de Ghana ye kɔ yenim ye na ɔse ɛma na rehyemu se Africa mema ewiase entoto Africa ase. Nemum also obi ate ase se Ghana yetumi aye na esikasam egina hɔ na ndedum so ni hɔ and the inflation abafom and the interest rate abafom and the amanfo enye adwuma and the Ghana ye gold sam sebio ye ka say yetumi bɔ ho ban ema ye stop galam say and the Ghana baby ye dui bibia ekoye no ɔse ɛno a ɔse kyerɛ wo sɛ etirimu pɔ sɛ ɛyɛ na gyina ne naso na ugidi sɛ obetuma bibia sɛ ne ɔno ene ne nkɔfoɔ Ghana foɔ etimi abɔ butirimu pɔ ayɛ dwumaden adane Ghana hyebre abedum pempenso a bibia kɔso no ɔse onim sɛ Africa sa reset agenda no enu bi na ɛwɔ Africa nti wiase afa ne mpedifo nyina nte ase sɛ Africa afa ne ntoma pefra ya ready senia ono etu abnamon ama ni kro Ghana edi nechi ama na mon aya na monpa no onim se African penifo eni Ghana African penifo eni mbebu nyina enso aye krado se omo be make sure se eye Africa eye continent no eno so be fa ne ntoma pa efra. Now John Mahama eka bibi efa emma ho sebio unim John Mahama ono ene the first president of the Republic of Ghana or the oba abe the vice president na bi nsi da. Enti se eba eye emmayewa emma ehudie ene se ne omebo ombo so kasa ebeba bedwom na ye bebu omo a untumi nyi John Mahama abra ongbɔ na baso. John Mahama kyerɛ African leaders bebre say emma eye a vital or a very important part of the building of the African continent. Intende okabibi efa eye emma ho ɔde ɔno nkasa ne ba eye ne ba ɔdɔ no eye ɔbaba fefefe ɛka kyerɛ wiase sɛ me baba we krampo no ɛma me nkranhye ema ewiase ma me hu se eye debi no eye UN we no oba bebe di enim every say the priority nyina ne se sebio ye benya emma dodo no ema oma eden edi ewiase so because abadaye ene sebio eye akoma pa emma kuta no osese ema emma so kwan na mo betena prono no so na mo ne mbema epre na ye nyina adwendwene oman ene ewiase ho a ebema ewiase abaye bebi pa ye nyina yakoma beto eyim oka bibi enso efa eye emma eho senia ye bema emma so akwanya momo so assume ewiase ewo the biggest positions on the planet.
Allow me to echo the Indian-American writer Arundhati Roy, who wrote, "Another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her briefing." I want to add that for the sake of Africa, and quite selfishly for the sake of my 18-year-old daughter, I hope that this new world that is arriving is a place of safety and equality for women and girls. To succeed, we must empower everyone, including women and girls, to reach their full potential. In closing, Madam President, I'd like to congratulate you on your election to preside over this historic 80th General Assembly and on being the 5th woman to hold this distinction. I'd also like to congratulate Her Excellency Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman on being the first woman Vice President of Ghana. Now every Ghanaian girl knows the heights to which she can ascend. Words matter, but issues of representation matter even more, which is why Ghana looks forward to the appointment of a woman as Secretary General of this organization in the near future.
Ena okaina otu ninumutu or say eye ebene de said that no eye United Nations eye organization kakraka we oba na beda no or say the end de emenya nkranhye ekasa asemwe ene ono an Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman oba Ghana Republic of Ghana ono ne Sebio Oba na adwumu do a be the first the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana or the Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman ni sua de ni huna de wohu experience any believer ede maame no abedu sam pempenso na onya agidie wonimu ebe the Vice President no o se ohu sa agidie no e wo ne baba Sebio wedi mfie edum wotwe 18 ena ohu sa agidie no wo oba bia mu e wo Ghana ene ewiase ene Africa fene nyina na owogidie ena owarehemu se debi no UN General Assembly no oba ene bedi anim se ne be ya ewiase behu se ema so aba Omaba pono no so na omoso be kire omadwene eme akekere Ghana ene ewiase ene Sebio continent we wiase nyina amaye nyina yenya asomdwe John Dramani Mahama ende wakasa eme wiase hu adwiri omhu yie ende wokwa abrofo nyina ebusa this guy is unique, this guy is very intelligent, this is a very bold Africanist, this guy looks like Nkrumah, he has Nkrumah in him. Abrofo nyina ededa oma no, we have never seen something like this. This is the first time at the UN General Assembly that a president from Africa has spoken straightforward in our faces. He spoke about the Palestinian war, he spoke about women's rights, he spoke about African youth, he spoke about development, reset of Africa. This guy is a very bold, intelligent visionary. Abrofo nyina keka udu corridors of the UN. Ubia srisri nano uchema Mr. President. Uchema Mr. President. Who is he? His name is John Dramani Mahama. Where is he from? He's from the Gonja area of Ghana. The people are very smart and intelligent. The people are like, we want to come and see the Gonja king. They said the king is also a very, very wonderful man, very accommodative, very hospitable, a very intelligent king in the Gonja land. His descendant is John Dramani Mahama. Wonderful people with great heart. The whites, the Europeans, all the Asians were very, very shocked. They said, this is Nkrumah. We are seeing Nkrumah in a second light. This is what we say. John Dramani Mahama, he is the hope. We believe in him. We believe in the NDC. And John Mahama, as he said, the prrr. This is to the NDC for giving us a very wonderful, intelligent man who is bold, honest, intelligent, and who is straightforward. We really appreciate the NDC and we really believe in you guys. The NDC, God bless you. Semo as Ghana, Acheampong, Emma, and Kwara, politicians, Sebio enifrafo, ebubuafo, at a point in your life, all of you get on the streets, you will fight to keep John Mahama in power. Makachram. Remember 3 years back, you all will get on the streets of Ghana and say, we will not allow John Mahama to step down. You will force John Mahama to rule. They say Acheampong, ebubuafo, enifrafo, embrewa, enkwara, apemfo, police for, soldier for, Ghana for will come together and hit the street of Ghana and say, what we have seen in this man, we are not going to allow him to step down. It will be decided by you. I don't have the power to decide. You have the power to decide. But in the minimum idea, a juma na ye. Mumayembo juma. Mumayantichire Ghana. Arrival departure. Yaba. Ne yebeko ne brofu no yedru yebeka ho asem. And when the time comes, Yeni Ankasa Ghana for will decide who will rule Ghana. Inti de haman for beye. But the voice of the people is the voice of God. The voice of the people will be the voice of God. Siatia. All right, moment to us. In the John Mahama Kasaye and or can send breaker or can be before a year, a dear bakwa affect Africa a yen ya ɛyɛ Africa for ya pani slave trade say be fa ye nananom e de obokɔ abrochiri a sebio ye de ebimu fa ya mu ɔse ayade a sebio ɛha ne pa ayade so a sebio din sɛ ɛyɛ ye ne Africa for ye betumi aka sɛ ye refi ayade bi a de bia ye koda ye so ho daye enya de bia ye betumi aka sɛ ye refi sa akwa ɔka kyerɛ abrofo no ɛwɔ hɔ sɛ eba slave trade dia ayade bia ye ne ya pa ayade bia ye Africa for ya sebio sɛ ne tete ye nananom a ye fa omu bi ekoye omu ayade nti eno so ye nsɛm ɔkae John Mahama kasa no ka bibi fa ɛyɛ sɛ ne COVID-19 ba ya sebio ɛyɛ ewiase sikasɛm aman bebre sikasɛm ɛsɛ ya onim sɛ ɛyɛ COVID-19 no sebio ye nyina ye nim ye kenkan ye sɛ ɛba ye no ɛbɛka ewiase afa na nyina na mmom ɔmo ano munim nyansa no tumi kyekyere omu kuro omo agimi no ena omo fa ho edidi Ghana edidi wiase sika na John Mahama kasa dum no oka asasem no ena eye abozege Bawumia sebio na adwene enko akire sebio on time kai de waye sebio nenim wade a sebio na adwene ense Ghana fo agimi nti odimirika be kasa se hey motiye John Mahama kasa no o se COVID-19 no sebio ese wiase nyina sikasem momenko tie eye Bawumia asem a okaye na menkyerɛ baby a Bawumia fall short when it comes to reasoning.
Na niema bo akosoro pa. From 2022, COVID impacts no ebaye no. Ukraine war and COVID. Ema niema bo ekosoro. 2024 election. Mo nyina mo kai se na ye ka se abdia esi ye no. Na niema bo ekosoro Ghana henyina eye COVID na ebaye ema nipa nema bo ekosoro eni Russia Ukraine war ye ka saade no omampanyi Mahama ne NDC omoka say ye twantro omo say COVID insan nimu at all enya sa no omoka ye omo say eye economic mismanagement enya sa no omoka ye say COVID enye a factor. Me say me can say I think a nra ena omampanyi echo New York ena omo okoka say Africa nyina niema bo echo soro because of COVID. Semot mwati o say COVID ninti ena niema bo echo soro o say a lot of your effort reduce poverty over 10 years or 20 years. COVID no edi sa effort ni nyina abaform in just 2 years. Sa no kind. Enti sa asa onim sa but wanka election no. Enye sa onim ni kreno ba wanka yen yehu problem no. Omo ehu problem no enti nyame adom obi abehu baby and the da enti 2028 yensesan ya adwen yemfa emma Dr. Bawumia and MP
Bawumia was problem with a year comprehension. Bawumia's problem in life is when he see a lot of people he's not able to maintain his composure. Bawumia's biggest problem in life is to sit, absorb, process before he speaks. Now, Bawumia Kasano or see President Mahama Kasa in New York or see COVID by no. If we are suffering na a can be economy, a can Africa, a can Asia, a can Americas, a can Europe. Now, Adia Mahmoud Bawumia epese or this year MPP for Mukos could do JS as Adomojane say. Onim say MPP for Jimmy. Now, it's as simple as that. Nobody denied the say COVID by no anka economies. Nobody around the world. John Mahama Njina baby anka say COVID-19 did not affect economies around the world. He never said that. John Mahama and NDC for Air Kasana almost say you people took advantage of the COVID to mismanage your economy. You took advantage of the COVID to steal from Ghanaians. That is why after COVID, countries like Togo, countries like Cote d'Ivoire, countries like Iran, countries are at the Sudan, near expect to say they will be drowning in debt. Those countries were doing better than us. It wasn't because they did not also face COVID. It was because they, at the end of the day, did not lie to their people. They did not take advantage of COVID money to steal from the people. It's not John Mahama war position. Na or catch them say, Adia mo di COVID any Russia-Ukraine war ni and say, you are hiding behind Ukraine any COVID to steal from the people. And when we were in Ghana, when you were in power, we saw it black and white. How the NPP are now leading. Omu use COVID-19 sika, mumubi plus you, any group no, muria COVID-19 sika. At a point, your party faithfuls were bold enough to make statements in public. Say, yes, COVID-19 sika no, ebinyaya as much as 100,000 cedis, $100,000. Inti John Mahama ni NDC for ni Ghana for they were saying say ede na COVID ba na ewiase sikatem nyina say na COVID koye Togo jina ne naso Cote d'Ivoire jina ne naso Benin jina ne naso Sudan jina ne naso na muda wote Ghana blame COVID. It means say one sika munya from World Bank, IMF, any donors you people with the big mouth like your anus you people squandered the money. Na John Mahama ni NDC ni Ghana for kaje say manoso manono esochen moto to kru inti sikebia bebebia na mudi ne ati krom ha Bawumia no enam ka say the processing, the way he process things and then the money bre e wasasi so when people speak he doesn't take his time to analyze, process it and send a free nanwaba inti de bia no beka say we no say he is not there yet akakakra akanai pe. It's John Mahama NDC and the Ghana for were complaining say, "Hey, dang because before 2022 COVID-19 hit Mokach say or Ghana say our economy is resilient. Your sika my buffers near strong. Nothing can shake the foundation of our economy. But COVID hit Ghana but right after COVID, the same countries here go through that economic turmoil. They were all recovering. Why were we not recovering? Our money was still going up. The dollar was still rising. You were in charge of the economic management team. You were in Ghana. You could not give us any answer. In fact, at a point, you, Bawumia, refused to speak on the economy. You, this toy. You, this comedian. At a point in time in our history, you, as the head of the economic management team, you refuse to speak on the economy. You refuse to speak on the dollar. You refuse to speak on everything because you thought we were stupid. We will forget, and then later we will go line up and vote for a clown like you. Near Tigana ha, and a COVID-19 time, you, Mahmoud Bawumia, one kasamo party for a year bold. Bawumia, you are a catfish. Bawumia is a catfish. Near Tigana had 31st of May 2022. That was the time. Near Nina Yewu, Yebre, most COVID-19 aba, Yesika Sama say, 31st of May 2022. I received 100,000 Ghana cedis from COVID-19 fund. NPP parliamentary candidate claims. Obawe jina eye NPP for him ka say ono nkwampo onya tete Ghana sika no 1 billion COVID-19 sika Obawe. She said it publicly. Okachire obia Ghana say sika miminya ye no. In fact, there is an audio. Bawumia, we are catfish.
And Alasan, I think last month or so, he made another comment. And as usual, people will say that, oh, madam, you are above it, don't talk. But let me tell you, if somebody closes his eyes to damage you, there is nothing like you are above responding to such a person. That one day, I will not take it. I will also have to come out and explain myself. If that makes me a bad leader, fine. But I will have to explain myself. And I know there are descendant people on this platform who will listen and do their own investigations. The COVID fund came. I was given 50,000. Oh. My quota was 50,000 as a regional second vice. Then, who doubles as a parliamentary candidate for Sanargu? I had another 50,000 cedis, making it 100,000. Then the constituency were given, is it 200,000 or so? I can't remember. So I called for, and MCU was giving 30,000. I can't remember. Then Chama was giving 20,000, and I think the other executives did 10,000, or was it Chama was giving 10,000? But I can't remember. So I called them to a meeting. I called the constituency executive to a meeting, and I told them that fine, for me, I am going to add all the 100,000 that I am entitled to the constituency. Listen, I am handing over all my 100,000 to the constituency money. I didn't ask any executive to add his money to what I was going to give to the women. I handed over the forms and everybody to the team, and we went round and we did the disbursement. The next step was, I have taken police station executives' money and I want to spend that money. My 100,000, not even one that I filled for somebody in my house. Not even one that I filled for a member of my team. Secretary, Karamba, Polo, Chama, they were in charge. After that, the form and everything was not given to me. They sent it straight to regional secretary, and regional secretary sent it to Accra directly. So my brothers, where did I spend the money? When I even added everything, not even a peso I took from it. What kind of propaganda is this? What kind of propaganda is this? So please, let's learn to tell each other the truth. You may not like me, but when you are talking about the things I have done, talk about the truth. If you respond with lies, I will come back and counter, because I will not keep quiet. It is only a dead body that you can lie on. I will not keep quiet to say that, oh, a leader there, you don't have to talk. A leader there, you don't have to talk. A leader, you don't have to talk, and somebody is always destroying you. I will talk.
So you see, Bawumia, I'm reminding Bawumia of what they used the COVID money for. Sikana mu party for parliamentary candidates. And a muwia sikano. Obejina ose Mahama said yen. Mahama and Ghanaians were complaining because the COVID-19 money, you and your parliamentary candidates, you were stealing it. You have no shame. You are a catfish. We are catfish. You don't wait. MPP for. Let me remind you of the things you used the COVID-19 money for. The reason why we were mad at you people. Now, these are some of the things you use the money for. Information Ministry led by Acheampong. Information Ministry paid itself 151,000 cedis as COVID-19 allowance for working during lockdown. Acheampong 1.5 billion old Ghana for working during COVID-19 lockdown. One call officer, not TFA. Auditor General's report. Acheampong you MPP for Bawumia. Acheampong is an integral member of your campaign. When you become president, you will give Acheampong a position. That is why they are all following you, because all these people were part of the people who embezzled COVID-19 funds. Who are you to talk about COVID-19, Bawumia? You, Bawumia, who are you to talk about COVID-19? You are a catfish. You have no shame. You are an embarrassment to the Islamic religion. I am showing you what you did with the COVID-19 money. That is why Ghanaians were complaining. That is why John Mahama, when he was former president, was telling you people that you are lying. It is not about you, the economy. It's about misuse of the money. It is about you people stealing the money. Acheampong Kruma in Ghana, Otiano Huka 1.5 billion Auditor General's report. And on Ghana, o pia sa Bawumia be the president. Na o Bawumia be the president bima. Na upon Kruma na set na COVID-19 sika omude omunsa bomu no, they will get another position again. That is all that you people are doing. You are retraining the people who took us for granted. Those people who came to steal from us. That is why majority of them do wechi. because they know. That is why today, all MPs, you have opened your register to bring former MPs, former chairmen, so that they will help you rig your primaries for you to bring them back. That is all that they are doing. They have tested money. They have tested crime. They have tested corruption. It is sweet. These boys, they have tested crime before. They have tested their corruption. They know, sir, when you are in charge, as dumb as you are, they will be able to test corruption again. That is why they are all following you. These are the things you did with the COVID-19 money. We are reminding you, you have no moral right to speak on COVID-19 under your leadership. Frontier earned over $87 million, while government got under $7 million from COVID-19 testing at Kotoko International Airport. Frontier. Yabusa Osla during vetting say Frontier company na ewo Kotoko na ejiji Ghana fosika no why they are also onim. Yabusa National Security Boss Kandapa also onim. Yabusa Information Minister also onim. Yabusa Bawumia. Nobody told us say Frontier eyeku for the bush and for there. You Bawumia, you knew. Frontier for ejiji Ghana for some sika $87 million. You knew all these things. You were part of the committee. You were part of the cabinet that gave Air Frontier the contract. This is COVID-19 money you embezzled. You people received 21.84 billion Ghana cedis COVID-19 funds. Almost 22 billion. You Bawumia, you are an embarrassment. You are a catfish. Also, Mahama said, I COVID by no, if we ask mu receive 21, almost 22 billion. What did you do with the money? And they was Bawumia say 22 billion. Then I'm there, then 22 billion. After 22 billion, not cedi no dollar no was 1782. After receiving 22 billion. COVID-19 fund, Sika and for the Ghana, World Bank, IMF, Ghana for Amuji Sika, foreign donors, more receive 22 billion. Maybe about 22 billion. What did you do then, Obeka? What did you do with the 22 billion? Why one who said the Okai Quran, Uzbekistan, Abena say, I and Amanda da a president no onim no kura no kura bain. Utu shines a torch, no kura bain. No kura bang. And now what Ghana na concert. What Ghana na concert in some hunu 22 billion Frontier for 87 million. Under your watch. You can even tell us who Frontier Ayenedia. We asked Osla, we asked Kandapa, we asked everybody, the health minister, Menu, Jot Nino. He could not tell us Frontier Dipa Ayenedia, Nina Neku for the Bush and for there. And the Ujina, watch your boxer shot, but can say Munacha Ghana for say, I no crabbe daddy, into Ghana Mount. Into any day, Yamamba president. Now you make up artist, no more day. Now let me show you this. You see, COVID-19, $81 million worth of vaccines paid for was not delivered. Auditor General's report. Motam Ghana for Sika $81 million. Somebody could tia vaccine. Yamamba what Ghana for ever seen there. The Attorney General is looking into it. Bawumia, you have the moral right to discuss COVID-19. Now, on Faria de own, but we be for Bawumia, we be for Sankonia be for and come be one umponka COVID-19 wasam. Say COVID-19 is say Ghana $81 million. Ebe sinne. Moka some return vaccines abe woye. Moko fa poison be war Ghana for. What Ghana afa Mike e you anu win. Abe jina o saying. Yanya den inti yama medi president yama Kennedy medi president inti yama MPP power inti dia mo ya yanya den yantam tumi ma wana na be den. You were charging bogus $150 at the airport per person. Obia ura Ghana airport $150. Ghana for tie mu kasaye titru enkwasiafo bogus na mu di MPP chi se enwan no na mu kam fin. Oh, yeah, dear. Over the day, at the end of the MPP in 9 Mugua Broche, a title Germany for Sankwasia from the MPP chino, fin. Omudu Kotokano Munisua Chamo, ɔmo tete nkura so wɔ Germany ɔmo du Kotoko airport a wobɛsim no ɛyɛ NDC na sie no ɛmo mu hu nyansa sɛ abrochie na wɔte no wɔbɛduru Ghana nkwasiafo te sɛ MPP mogye Ghana fo hu sika nyina adiye wasa begina hɔ eyi wa no hu nwia no patututu bɛka kyerɛ sɛ ai COVID-19 ɛna ma anwoma boɔ yɛ den ɛni nti na mo se nwoma boɔ yɛ den COVID-19 nti na COVID-19 sika wɔde yɛ den